Hello there. My name is Murray, and with my co-host Corey, we are the Real Guys, and this is the Real Show with two E's. Now, I've got a packed show for you today, and we're number one platform on the airwaves and YouTube for pop culture, even or pop culture, film, and television discussion.
Nice.
As always, I'm with my co-host Corey. How are you doing today, Corey?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Happy Halloween, Corey, for the day this goes out. This will go out on the Saturday the 30th, the day before the 31st. Have you got plans, Corey?
I mentioned this last time. I think I'm making bread.
You're making a Halloween special Halloween bread.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I'm celebrating the sour win.
Yes, pumpkin bread.
Yes,
I believe you said pumpkin bread.
it is pumpkin
But
bread.
we have our own festivities here at the Real Show. We're putting on our own battle, our own favourite battle royal. Movie Versus is coming back, folks. We know you missed it.
It is.
Movie Versus is coming back. It's Halloween Havoc. Movie Versus is the battle of the bravest, the strongest, the smartest, the most adept, the most intelligent of movie characters. They're coming together. They're fighting. Where are they fighting? In a basketball court.
Exactly.
Because we determined that the basketball court is the most even place for play. Who are our fighters? Introduce our fighters. There should be 6, 7, 8.
8.
I thought so. I was just counting. Just to make sure I can count to 8.
Yes.
8.
Well.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, we'll reel them off for me, Corey. Who do we have?
Okay. So the first man up likes a bit of counting himself. Actually, it's Mr. 1, 2. Freddy's coming for you. Number 2, Jason Voorhees. Number 3 is Leatherface. And number 4, classic. We like a bit of Matthew Lillard around here.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we've got Ghostface. Now, this person, right? You don't want to look in the mirror. You don't want to say their name multiple times. We're not talking about Beetlejuice or Bloody Mary. We're talking about Candyman. Next one's a bit of a curveball. It's Billy the Puppet from Saw. The small thing on a bike and a tricycle.
Yes, the small guy, the little guy on a tricycle. Okay, who's up next?
Then we've got Chucky.
Chucky, yes, classic Chucky the doll.
And finally, we've got Michael Myers.
Right, Halloween Kills. It's groovy, baby. Who can we eliminate early? Everyone's in there, 8 guys. Right, first of all, maybe we can need to set out some rules. Supernatural powers, are we allowing those? Because some of these guys are basically invincible.
Right, we count. Okay, I think for this, we need to count an elimination as they're out for a considerable amount of time. We do it like in horror films, where they're gone, but they're probably going to come back at another point. But it doesn't matter, because they're gone for now.
Right, okay. So this isn't like dead. We're not like killing them. It's like, how can they be incapacitated to the point where the fight is over for a considerable amount of time?
Exactly.
Freddy claws, they're all allowed those.
Yes. Which is essentially, I think, makes it somewhat of a pretty obvious first person to go, which might have to be Billy the Puppet, because...
Yeah, it's just a puppet on a tricycle.
He's a puppet on a tricycle. He's got no weapons and he's tiny.
Yeah.
Please, just let,
the Jigsaw killer is just a man anyway.
Yes.
I mean, he's got a gun, maybe. He's got a knife. He's just a man. He's against like supernatural entities and huge 7-foot-tall monster men. He's not going to survive very long.
Please just let Jason just punt kick him out of the broom or something.
And that's him gone.
I mean, if we're going people who should also be eliminated next, okay.
It's Ghostface, isn't it?
Right, but this is my point, right?
Okay.
Now, I've not necessarily picked Ghostface to win this. However, I was talking to Liam recently, friend of the show.
Okay. Friend of the show, yeah.
And he points out the fact that Ghostface in the Scream universe knows everything about horror films and how horror villains work.
Right.
He's seen all these films. He knows all these people. He knows their tactics.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the smarts.
Yeah.
He knows how they work, what they do. He also knows how to get rid of them.
Right, he'd survive. Well, if Ghostface can survive, then I think Chucky's up next.
Yeah,
There's not much he can do against all these guys.
I've not seen Chucky either, so I don't really know much about.
I've seen the first one.
Okay.
And that's about it. I think that Chucky will probably be up next. It might be a bit of a, he might, do a bit of jumping around, do a bit of flipping about, get his knife out, Maybe he might injure the Ghostface or stab Jason or Leatherface a bunch of times. But
I mean,
Leatherface is just going to get his chainsaw and just chop him off.
Candyman's got a hook, right? Or is that more the recent Candyman?
I think Candyman does have a hook. Candyman has a hook and an axe. Candyman. We haven't mentioned Candyman very much in this fight. Not yet. He's not coming to his own yet.
We're avoiding saying his name. I'm telling you, at some point, one of us is going to go. If I stop talking.
Okay, you'll know. Candyman's got you.
Exactly.
So Chucky's out.
Yes.
Chucky's done. Chucky's not coming back. Killed by Leatherface.
Chucky is gone.
I think, honestly, if I'm going to have to pick somebody to go now, I know we're rattling them off here, but I think now we may get a bit of a stalemate. And I feel like Leatherface, he's a big guy, and he's willing to do anything. I feel like Leatherface in a fight. I mean, he's in a Mortal Kombat game. Clearly, so is Freddy and Jason.
It's also worth mentioning, actually, Freddy and Jason have fought each other before in a film, which led to Jason winning.
Yes.
Something to factor in. Also, that's why I did say that it can't be an actual death, because again, Jason wins, but Freddy in the end of the film isn't actually dead. But
yeah, can't stop the nightmare. Freddy keeps coming back.
Like a squid from Mario Kart.
Freddy can do those super jumps and stuff.
True.
He's very nimble.
He's only got one claw hand, though. I don't know how useful that's going to be.
No, in Mortal Kombat, no, he does have two claw hands, but I think they've taken liberties there.
Yeah, I think they have, yeah.
But even though I like the design of him having two claw hands, but I feel like one works for the imagery. Anyway, but he can do those super jumps. He's very athletic.
He is. Very quick, very wily.
He can jump and flip around. He can sort of avoid Freddy's big swings and Jason's big swings, sorry. He can avoid Jason's big swings and his lumber, because Jason's very lumbering. He's very slow.
He is.
But he's also fast, when he's breaking down doors, when he's coming through your window.
He is, however, same with Michael Myers, to be fair, very, very durable.
Yes, a lot of durability. He's practically invincible against everything.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going through all the all the Friday films, which I've seen all of them, he takes a lot of stuff. He
does.
By the way, this isn't Jason X. I'm going to point that out straight away.
He's going to put you in a sleeping bag and beat you against a tree. Is that what's going to happen?
Jason, yeah, this is not Jason X. This is not like robot Jason basis.
Jason goes to space.
Yeah, it's not that. This is normal on Earth Jason.
Yeah, regular Friday 13th Jason. Just regular Jason Voorhees.
I will say, though, in the recent film, the 2009 reboot, he's very tactical. He's got a lot of traps.
Right, okay. Do you think they could use some traps?
He hangs people upside down. He's got bear traps. He's very smart and aggressive.
You think he could use his trap? Try and trap? He could trap Leatherface.
I reckon Leatherface is a threat. Right. So I'm thinking maybe people might try and
team up on him. He's a big man. I can see that.
He can cut people in half. He's a threat.
He can.
At this point.
I think Leatherface is going to be taken down. I think they're going to work together. Jason's going to use his traps. Get a bear trap down, trap his leg. Leatherface can't move. He's swinging. Freddy can come in with the claw hand. He can come in with the fire or whatever, and come in with the goop, blind him with the goop, and get him with a claw hand. Jason could come in with a machete from behind. Candyman could come in with a hook or the axe to the leg, take down the legs, get his legs off. Darth Maul him at the torso.
Everyone's just joining in at this point.
Don't worry, Ghostface is at the back. Ghostface isn't doing anything. He's hanging around at the back.
He's been smart. He knows what to do.
He's playing tactically. He's at the back. He's not doing anything. He's waiting for these guys to get each other, to attack each other.
Yeah.
So Leatherface is out basically. He's been cut in half, and he's not coming back for some time. Yeah.
Well, we've got Freddy, we've got Jason, we've got Candyman.
Yeah.
We've got Ghostface, we've got Michael Myers, we've got five.
Oh yeah, 5. We've got 5. Sorry. What's Michael Myers been doing this whole time?
He's just been silenced in the corner.
Yes, he's been standing there. He's standing there menacingly. He's just, and the Halloween theme's playing when you go near him. I think Michael Myers is going to come back into the fight. He's been standing there for a while, menacingly, letting the others do the work, which is something Michael Myers would probably do. Spoilers, I guess, for Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
But someone's got a gun, and they're shooting it at the door, and Michael Myers is just sitting in the car, and they shoot Michael Myers in the head, and he's just still standing there, and then they just open. Michael Myers just pushes the door open, and it hits them so well that they shoot their own head off. It makes their arm go and they blow their own head off. But
to be fair, though, that's just old classic horror, because every kill in old horror films just some weird combination of stuff.
Yeah, you'll slip over,
Yeah.
And you'll fall, and you'll fall into like a spike or something.
Exactly. It's why like 80s, 90s horrors were best, because it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. You're on a slippery stairwell, and you fall down the spiral staircase, and you land on like an oil slick, and then your stick set on fire, and then you burn to death.
I've seen all the Friday films.
Mm.
I've seen most of the Nightmare on Elm Streets.
Yeah, so have I. I'm a big Freddy Krueger mark. I like a bit of Nightmare on Elm Street.
I am aware of at least the first Scream film, the Matthew Lillard one.
Yep.
And I know Michael Myers. I don't know much about Candyman.
Right.
How in this situation compared against these other beings is Candyman well suited?
Again, he's got the power of his supernatural abilities.
Mm.
He's got his axe. He's got his hook. He's very strong. He's got the bees.
Yep, I forgot about the bees.
I think Candyman's lasted this long. I feel like he'll probably last longer.
I mean, at this point, right, let's be honest, Jason's lasting for ages. Michael Myers will last for ages. It's coming down to essentially Freddy, Ghostface, or Candyman is one of the next ones to go.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I feel like if you can't say Candyman, you just have to say it separately. It's if you repeat it, I think.
But it's like Beetlejuice. You have to say it 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
You can break
say
it up.
It singularly with it being all right, I think.
Yes. Candyman dies by fire.
Okay. Oh well, Freddy's got him then, I think.
According to Wikipedia, Candyman attempts to imitate. So essentially, he dies in a bonfire.
Okay. So I feel like Freddy's flame powers would neutralise him pretty quick.
Yes.
And that's Candyman out. Now I think Ghostface. I think he's done his.
At this point, yeah.
They're going to be turning to him, I think.
Yeah.
Let's give it to Michael Myers. Michael Myers can get the kill. He's coming out of nowhere. He comes up behind him with the knife. First person perspective.
It's knife versus knife, isn't it? That's what it is.
Yeah, knife versus knife. He's got the big. Yeah, but Michael Myers has a big knife.
Yes.
It's that Crocodile Dundee moment.
He's got a big knife, but not quite big enough to be a machete like Jason.
Yeah, exactly. So Ghostface pulls out his knife. Michael Myers says, "Oh, that's not a knife. This is a knife," and then slashes him.
Now we got 3.
Now we have a final 3. Is your pick is in this final 3? I assume.
Yes. If my pick wasn't, I would have raised that point by now.
Okay, good. My pick is in this final 3 as well.
I knew Ghostface wouldn't survive, but I knew he would be picked to die early on. So I thought, okay, I'll try and vouch him to get a bit further.
Right, yeah. He's gotten far. He's gotten to 4th place. It's Jason, Freddy, and it's Michael Myers.
Yes.
We have to consider what defeats these people.
I'm Googling that right now.
Right. And can it be used by someone in the fight?
Yes. Okay. So, from my thorough research that I'm doing, definitely not doing currently, in the first Halloween film, Michael Myers is shot off a balcony and his body disappears, and then it leads to the second film. So in the first,
no one's got a gun, so that's not gonna.
So in the first instance, in the first film, he is not defeated. However, apparently, in Halloween H20, he gets crushed between a tree and an ambulance, and then decapitated by an axe. So decapitation.
Right.
I'm assuming the main killing factor in that is the decapitation, not being crushed.
Right, so he can't be crushed. Well, there's nothing that anyone can crush him with.
No, he can get decapitated. I feel like
decapitation might be the way to do it.
I mean, Jason has a big machete, so that's a factor.
Yes, Jason does have a big machete. That is made for chopping heads off.
Freddy Krueger, which is an interesting one because obviously he comes back if people remember who he is. No one's going to remember who he is in this. Jason probably can't even remember stuff anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
He's stabbed by his own blade. And then blown up with a pipe bomb.
Right, well, no one has a pipe bomb. You could do the stabbing with his own blade. Would that kill him, though?
It might put him out for long enough. Saying that, in Freddy vs. Jason, again, he gets his head cut off.
He does, so decapitation does work on both.
Yes. Now,
what defeats Jason?
Here we go. This is the deciding factor right now.
Is it decapitation?
He was impaled and then hacked apart. All 3 people here are killable, essentially.
Yeah, by each other.
Yes. Well,
that's the thing.
I don't know how
everyone's killable by each other.
I don't know how good Freddy would be at decapitating Michael Myers, but Give it a shot.
Have to sort of saw at him with his hand.
Jason Voorhees is 6'5".
Right.
Let's
Fight.
let's go boxing on this.
Right,
Michael Myers.
The reach. He's got the reach. I bet Michael Myers is like 7 foot tall.
6'7".
Oh, he's bigger.
Right.
Freddy's probably a short guy.
Freddy's gonna be tiny, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, he's quick.
5'7" according to Google.
Yeah, he's shorter. Yeah. He's shorter. He's a short guy. Well, he's fast. He can jump around. He's limber.
We've both got a pick. We don't know who each of us pick is.
Right.
We don't know if we've got the same pick.
No, we don't.
There's 3 people left. So if we have a different pick, that's one person who probably is going to end up a because we always end up with a 1v1. I've got a feeling we probably don't have the same pick.
On the count of 3, we're going to say who we think is going next based on it, right?
So who we think is getting eliminated next.
Yeah, who we think is going to be 3rd place.
Okay.
On 3, are you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Michael
Freddy.
Myers. Okay, that's different.
Yeah. Interesting you said Michael Myers.
Michael, right, decapitation.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Freddy's Jason has a massive machete.
Yes.
Super strong.
Yeah.
He can beat down Michael Myers, take his big machete. One good chop and probably get his head off. Michael Myers versus Jason is a fight that Jason would win every day of the week.
You see, we should have had Liam here because I had this conversation with Liam and Liam said Michael Myers would win.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, did he have a reason for that?
I think he was essentially saying. Well, I think he said he would pick Michael Myers, but he wasn't sure because him and Jason are essentially they've both gone through like similar things and have both kind of always come back. I think it essentially just comes to I think Jason's a little bit stronger and has the better weapon.
Yeah,
there's
a better weapon.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, I think Jason would take down Michael Myers in this. I think.
Yeah.
Now that Michael Myers is done and then dealt with.
Yeah.
What is the fate of? It's now effectively Freddy versus Jason.
Yes, and we all know how that ended.
2003. It's now Freddy versus Jason, right?
It ended with Jason carrying off Freddy's head.
Yeah, your pick is Jason. My pick is Freddy. I feel like I have got to back Freddy Krueger on this, not because I just like him, but because I feel like he'd be the one. I feel like this is his time to bring back the fight. Right? It's round 2.
Unfortunately, Freddy versus Jason wasn't great.
No,
so we didn't do that. Which is a shame. I'd like to see horror characters kind of coexist.
Yeah, I'd like crossover. Alien versus Predator. You know.
Yeah.
I've already mentioned that once. We have. We should have more. We should have more horror crossovers. Let's do that. I think that's what the Dark. Do you remember the Dark universe?
Yes.
They tried to combine like the Mummy and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and like the Invisible Man and like the Monster from the Black Lagoon and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, currently we've got Dead by Daylight, which has like every single horror character except Jason, because Jason has his own game. But apparently Jason's coming to it anyway. So.
Oh, I've played the Jason. I've played the Jason one, the Friday the 13th game.
I've played the Jason
one.
One
person is Jason, and like 5 people are like cabin people. And
Dead by Daylight is essentially the same thing, but you have to turn on generators, and it has like everyone. I
feel like this fight is going to go long distance.
Yeah.
Right. Freddy can do long distance fight. He can do that. He can use his goop. He can use his fire. But Jason, you have to keep Jason at a distance.
Yeah.
If he's getting up close, Jason's winning. But could Jason get up close? But if Freddy's super quick, if Freddy's fast, Freddy's jumping around, flipping.
But you have to be up close to kill him in the first place. It's like a zombie. You got to kill it at the source.
Yeah.
I agree. And if it gets so close, Jason's won. My problem is I don't know if Freddy can kill him from far away.
I don't think Freddy can either.
No.
I think Freddy's got the ability to take on people from far away.
Yeah.
But I feel like against Jason it might not work. It will be close. It will be damn close.
Yeah, it would be.
It will be a damn close fight straight up. But I don't even think Freddy will be actually properly defeated.
Well, that's what happened in the film. He wasn't properly defeated. He just had his head carried away.
Yeah. I've got to pick someone to edge out the fight. Again, it'll be close, but I think I'll give it to Jason.
I feel like that's
And Jason would edge out the fight on Freddy.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get another crossover that'll answer the questions.
Hopefully. But I think we've crowned our Halloween Havoc champion.
We have.
It's Jason Voorhees. He has survived the fight. $2 and 6 deadly men. The Halloween Havoc champion. We have Jason Voorhees, and he'll move on into the grand finale. Are we doing that? Are we still doing that?
I think so.
End of the year. We'll do it end of the year, shall we?
It's going to be an interesting one.
December. We'll do it in December, end of the year. Okay.
Makes sense.
We'll have our grand slam, where we'll put all of our winners against each other. Is it Peter Capaldi's Doctor, or is it John Hurt's Doctor?
It's John Hurt, I believe.
John Hurt, War Doctor. Ben Affleck Batman or Christian Bale Batman?
Or I think it was Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale Batman.
George Lazenby.
James Bond.
Yes.
Is Darth Nihilus there, or is that
I was going to say I don't think we counted that one because I think we said he'd be too powerful.
I think we believe that Darth Nihilus would be Darth Nihilus would be too much. But he can literally eat worlds. So that was Halloween Havoc, and now we're going to go straight into the weekly Recc. It's my Recc this week.
It is. It's yours.
And we've talked about this a lot. I had this pegged from the start, and it's Freddy versus Jason.
Okay. Right. Interesting.
I had to pick it. I had to go for it. It's the combination of the two horror icons against each other. It's the 2003 film. Ronnie Yu directs. It's the crossover between Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
It's chronologically set after Nightmare on Elm Street from 1991, and also the Freddy Goes to Hell from 1993. Yep. Jason Goes to Hell. Sorry, from 1993.
Yeah.
So. We got that one, and it's before Jason X as well.
Yes.
So this is set before Jason X. Actually, there was a sequel to this, if you're wondering.
Okay.
It was a comic book sequel. And it crossed over with Evil Dead.
Nice.
So not quite Michael Myers.
Yeah.
But hey, Ash was in it.
I heard about that, and I heard that they didn't do more of it because they couldn't really control
the characters.
Yeah.
It's actually the highest-grossing film for both series. $116 million.
Nice.
Worldwide, yeah. It's actually the last time we've had Robert Englund as Freddy in live action.
I mean, that's the other thing with Jason. There isn't really one specific actor.
No, there's specific. Yeah, but Freddy there is.
Yeah.
For Freddy, it's always been Robert Englund. This was the last time we sort of had him in a film, so I'd like to see him back. I don't know how old he is now, but I'm talking about Robert Englund here, not Jason Voorhees, and not Freddy Krueger. But
I reckon he could still do it acting wise. I just don't know if he could do it.
He could probably still do it acting wise, of course, but maybe not the physicality anymore. And also, a little fact: we talked about Mortal Kombat a lot this episode.
We did.
But Robert Englund is actually in Injustice 2, the DC fighting game. He voices Scarecrow, and Scarecrow actually looks like Freddy in the game. That's my pick: Freddy versus Jason. To give it a real rating, I know it's not the best film. It's not the best film of both respective series, but it has my favourite Jason kill in it, and that's the one with the folding bed.
The only part I really remember of that film is at some point one of them gets hit by like I think they're on some side of a thing, and like Freddy like scratches these like gas canisters, and Jason gets whacked with one because it goes flying towards him. It's the only thing I remember from the film. I
also remember that bit where they're in like a boiler room.
Yeah.
And Freddy Krueger is doing like gymnastic flips.
Yeah.
He's like doing back flips and front flips and hopping over stuff.
True.
And in fact, that was Rey Mysterio.
True. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's okay as a film. The main problem is that they didn't do anything for like the first half of the film.
As a concept, it's amazing.
It's great.
But as a film in execution, not really. That's why I'm going to give it a 6.5.
That's still all right.
6.5.
It's not the worst we've had.
No, it's not the worst we've had. But I will give Freddy vs. Jason a 6.5, and that is your weekly Recc. So that concludes our Halloween special of The Real Show for our Halloween Havoc Battle Royal special between 8 of the greatest horror film monsters and serial killers and haunted dolls and man in a ghost mask. So it is a goodbye from me, goodbye, and a goodbye from Corey.
Goodbye.